Hello, hello, um, and welcome to another How to OU at USU. I am Levi Sanchez. I am the College of Engineering's webmaster, and today we will be looking at faculty success, formerly known as digital measures, and we'll be looking at how to create, um, edit, and delete students for faculty profile pages. So, as you're probably already aware, Digital Measures is the name of Faculty Success. It's the old name. They've since rebranded and they've changed their name and stuff to Faculty Success. With that, though, to make edits to your Faculty Success page or to your faculty profile page, you'll need to log in to your Faculty Success account and then make the changes in there, and then they will automatically populate on your homepage. Now, to get there, you're still going to go to the old URL, so that one actually even looks a little bit sketchy. So if you go to digitalmeasures.usu.edu, it'll have you log in and stuff through the Microsoft multi-factor authentication, all that stuff, and then you'll be logged in. Now, this is mine. Even though I'm not faculty, I still have one due to interesting historical context that is not the point of this video. Anyway, I am not able to log into individual faculty members' profiles. Be really helpful if I could, but I can't. So, in other videos, we've gone over how to edit some of these other things. Today, we will be looking at adding students. So right now I don't have any students currently listed, so we will go in and I will first add one, show you how we do that, and then we will edit it and we will delete it, all that stuff, just so that way everybody has a rough idea of how that process works. So we've logged in, then we're going to go under the teaching header, pretty self-explanatory, and we're going to go to directed student learning, e.g. theses, comma, dissertations, comma, research with undergraduates, closing parentheses. So see, I don't have anybody in here because I'm not a faculty and I don't teach um, individual students, and I don't teach at the university at all anymore. So we go to add new, and then we can add a new one. We go to involvement type, and then we have a couple of options. I'm not entirely sure what each of these options are. They should make a lot more sense to you based on what you're helping the student with. Like some of these are it's all pretty self-explanatory, right? Dissertation committee chair, if you're on the committee for the dissertation of a student, then that's what you would click. Book lab mentor, I'm not sure what that is, but you kind of get it. It's pretty straightforward. Let's say I am the book lab mentor, and then we're actually going to list out the student here. You'll notice this is also in a drop-down box, so sometimes that can get a little tricky. Why various things in the faculty success UI are randomly hidden behind potential drop-down toggles. I don't know. I didn't make this system, so I can't tell you what the reasoning was. But yeah, that exists, so be aware of it because sometimes you'll go in to want to edit someone or something and you won't be able to find what you're looking for, and that's because it's been hidden in a drop down toggle. So, but let's go on. I'm gonna name this student test. I don't know, I'm not feeling very creative today. Test. Let's go test one. There we go. Or one test. That's better, right? And then it looks like we can add additional students, so maybe it has something to do with how they programmatically set up dynamic things within the form, but we don't need to, so we can delete that row, so that's pretty straightforward and simple. Students home department, so then I can pick whatever department they are. I'll just go ahead and pick my department, so Dean's office. Student degree, book lab mentor. I don't know. Let's say it was a BA degree, Bachelor of Arts, not a terminal degree, so I can leave that unchecked. Degree plan, I guess honors would be the most appropriate because this isn't a master's, so because I already said it was a Bachelor of Arts, so we'll go with honors, I guess. Um, Title of student work, I'm actually going to leave that one blank. I don't even have anything for that. Stage of completion, I guess we'll say in progress. Uh, okay, cool. And then I need to add a start date here. Let's just go with January of this year. Date completed, well, it's in progress, so I guess I don't need that. And again, another drop down, and I is looking like I can add a row, so I bet it has something to do with how they've programmatically set up the dynamic items within their forms. Just a bunch of jargon to say it's just how it is. But once I'm ready and I've added that student's information, save. And oh, cool, I was actually hoping it would throw some errors, but it didn't, so it looks like I got all the required fields met. And we can see the listing here. That's a little weird. It would be really helpful if it showed what the student's name was. Okay, let's see. Student information, student home department, degree terminal, students honors comments. It doesn't even give me the option of listing out their name, which makes sense if you have multiple students being listed on the same entry. I guess it wouldn't know which one to use. I would have thought that this system would have you list them out a little differently, but anyway, so that's how that is. But if we come back to the page, and then yeah, we are in the process of getting the certificates renewed. So my dev site is no longer secure, so just be aware of that. And then didn't go through. That's awesome. So, and that happens sometimes, and that's just how it is. So what we'll do is we'll look at it more and see if we can figure it out. Now I'm wondering if so that, and we've gone into edit it, right? So that shows you how to get into the edit, and you can see that that student information has already kind of hidden itself. I'm guessing maybe for book lab mentor, maybe that's not an important enough involvement type that when it sees a student for that, it just doesn't list them. Um, that is a issue that I again don't have control over. I didn't set up faculty success, and I didn't set up the integration with digital, or not digital, with Omni CMS, the content management system that the university uses. For that, go ahead and work with the Office of Advancement and Analysis, the AAA office here at USU, right? Um, yeah, the Office of Analysis, Assessment, and Accreditation. They are over the faculty success system, so you can work with them. You can also work with Central IT and the web team. They're the ones that set up the actual integration between this system and the content management system. So if there's any issues or problems you see with that, they're able to help you. I'm not. I wish I was. That would be way too easy, apparently. So we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and say dissertation committee chair. I'm going to make that update. I'm going to save that. Then we're going to come back and we're going to see if it went through. And if it did, then we'll know that that's that. And we're going to have to deal with that every single time because Central IT hasn't gotten all of the certificates renewed. But that's okay. They're working on it. As you can see, that tab has just been added and we can see one test. So that seems to be what that issue is you need to have a listing that is considered important enough under this involvement type. So working with a student for a graduate degree, master's, PhD, those sorts of things are important enough that they get listed, but a book lab mentor is not. Who made that decision? Again, I don't know. It's between the AAA office and Central IT. Please work with them to figure that out if that is an issue for you. Okay? Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to assume that the doctoral stuff is just as important as like the master stuff. So we can double check that and we can see that that change has gone through. or at least they're still listed there. So that's all it takes to create a new one. If you want to edit it, so say you have an instance, we've had this before, where a student has a name change or something. Say they get married and they take their partner's last name or whatever, um, and they email us and want to change that or something, or call us up or whatever. You'll just have to find them in the list. So this list will obviously just grow exponentially as you add more and more students. You'll just have to find where that student is listed and then update them there. And again, we don't have the added benefit of being able to just see the student name because that's not how faculty success is set up. University pays money for this, by the way. So they pay money for this, they pay money for Central IT, and they pay money for the Omni CMS system. And so, okay. Let's go ahead and add one more real quick. So again, needs to be, I don't know if directed individual independent study, I don't know if that's important enough. Or here, let's actually try an undergraduate one. Is there an undergraduate one? Let's see if an undergraduate one is important enough. This student's name will be student 2. So, because again, not feeling very creative. I'm going to try and leave everything I can blank, and I'm going to try and create this. So this cool thing happens, and we get errors, a little asterisk, and a little warning sign that let us know, hey, that field is important and required. So apparently I need to have a year in one of these, so I will add a year, and apparently that is all you need. And I will refresh the page. We will go through this again, and we'll see that the undergraduate students don't seem to be listed at all. So it's only graduate students that get listed. So master's and PhD students. So if we go in there and change this to, um, and if you're wondering again why, I don't know, work with Central IT and work with the AAA office and work with the provost to figure out why that's the way it is. And if it's so important, work with them. They can make a decision and have Central IT make the updates that would be necessary to display students of different types on this page as well, including undergraduates or book lab mentored. Maybe we could get them to renew the certs first. But yeah, see, and then they show up. So apparently only graduate students are important enough. And oddly enough, if you fail to include a month or anything else, it just doesn't show up. Like, we understand, and it makes perfect sense that the department didn't show up because I didn't provide one, but where I did provide a year, you would think that would show up. And just go ahead and try things. It's, yeah, you'll, as faculty, probably had a lot more experience with this system than I have because I've never had to use it. In fact, it's kind of, I shouldn't even have my own. It's weird that I do. I have my own because I did teach some courses for the university years ago, and I guess it just automatically sets you up with one, even if you're just teaching on a commission basis like that. So apparently it does do some sorting for you based on the year, so you'll notice I made that edit to student 2 and changed the year to 2022, and then it reordered the students for me. So, but let's say student 2, I don't know, went and got married to the first one to one test, and their last name is now Test. You're gonna have to go in. You're gonna have to find this student information, which is again hidden in a drop down because, and then change it there, and then save your change. And then after you've made that update, you'll hopefully, your site, the main sites already have their certs renewed. It's just the dev sites, so that makes sense. But then you can see that has updated their name. And then if we wanted to delete them because I don't know, whatever reason, just we have reason to want to delete them, we can click the little checkbox, click the delete option, and then we will get this. It says the action cannot be undone. You can just remake them. It's really easy as we've already seen. So like we can delete them, then we can make them again if we need to. Whatever is appropriate for your situation. So, and then as we can see, the student has been removed. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this other one. So once more, click the checkbox, click the delete, delete, and then they are all gone. And that is how to create, edit, and delete students um, on your faculty profile page to test that the update has actually gone through. All you got to do is just refresh your page and that'll show you that the change has gone through. Where I don't have any students listed, I don't have that tab anymore. So hopefully that makes sense and makes light of a little bit of how this system works. So thanks. Hopefully it's helpful. Bye.